if they can have that fragging power to kind of go alongside their ability to get placement points.
Yeah, that's what we're going to be looking for sure, as the plane does go in the air, and already very quickly going to have several teams hopping out. FaZe Clan going to be going to that pretty known location, Monte Nuevo, and the surrounding areas. Navi going to be going a little bit further north than that. But as far as all things are concerned, Dave, this is pretty standard from what we're seeing jump out of the plane early on here. But more players will continue to do so as we catch a glimpse of 8C heading right down towards that known loot location. Pick up a vehicle, head up a little bit farther north.
Together. But the nerves, they might be a little more on hinge here now that we do have a cash prize pool and some viewers to go with it. So, you're going to have a lot of people watching you.
Certainly going to have a lot of people watching you. Ents already going to be at least on a slight bit of movement here. Squeaky rolling off to the eastern side of what possibly pulling off to. That canceled that plan very quickly off of the list of Liquid, and then down from the south. You also had Adept start to pull up towards the north, getting very close. Ibiza landed a few nice shots on that squad as they tried to rotate.
Yeah, you also got Mixie up there kind of spread from the squad right now, taking some shots out on those teams that are in the power grid. And we heard, teams still looking for some additional loot as well. My only fear is right now, Liquid, they got a 2
priority locations in the centralized part of phase number 1. Popping over to Nail Up now from Exalt Gaming. Mini 14 going to be prepped and ready, but loses one of his teammates in the process. Down goes Shiv. Going to be the SLR for Blaze. Is Laza ringing true right there, finding the second knockdown of the game, as already bodies are starting to fall.
Yep, Shiv going to be tagged, but not bagged right there. Hopefully the revive might be possible if we can get one of these squads.
Phase number 2 going to be popping here in just a few seconds, but before that does, Navi and Omican Esports are already going to be engaged in a bit of a battle. Bestalok almost going down entirely, going to be dropped to about 1% HP, but will have a bit of reprieve to get the meds off. No, is going to be knocked down. The first knock for Navi, and that's going to be a tragic fate as well, with more third-party shots coming in from the hillside all the way to the north.
You got Navi just trying to make the push on into this new circle, trying to get a better position, more centralized, but as we see, they're going to be getting stuck right in their tracks. Looks like the tab is going to be returning here, pulling up here. This could be a 1v2 situation.
Yeah, 1v2 situation, but then what lies after that? The shot's already going to pop off. Jeems able to find the first tag down. Down goes Vard. Welcome to South Giorgio. A devastating loss for a team that was looking to come into game number 1 and really make a statement for their squad, continuing on a path of domination. That's going to be held back for now, though, as Team Liquid was able to put out some disastrous bullets in that direction. Pulling off for now, back to try to reset, get a reload on the gun as well. M416, though, will be prepped and ready to find a few more shots onto the team that lies just towards the north. Welcome to South George. Going to be sending one player, Miracu, to try to find the res on the Vard, and in the smoke, and with a little bit of deflate, is going to be able to find it, but the nades start to fly. Will they be able to find one or maybe even 2 now, as a quick retreat comes out for the members of Welcome to South George?
Yeah, you got old Jimbo with that mini slash M4 combo, that mini with that 3 times scope. So strong here. I mean, once when they introduced that gun, I called it mini laser, and it is still putting up the damage here. Jimbo going to be utilizing that to the max here. Does seem like now we are going to see a 3-1 split from Team Liquid. K-Mind and Mixie were able to provide that support to James, and we got Ibiza on the back line, still in the safety of their compound, keeping that compound.
And this time by the Northern Light squad, Miracu to be dropped down, and this time around on the northwestern side of what lies inside of phase 3. 20 seconds on the clock as a quick retreat comes out for Zhang to keep WTSG's hopes and dreams alive. Just at the 13-minute mark of game number 1, all 16 teams still going to be alive, so definitely would be a devastating blow to any squad looking to try to set the pace here in the first match.
Yeah.
DA repositions, going to be heading, start to approach. Adept going to be feeling the hurt from everyone down inside of the city. Left to pretty much retreat inside of these bits of divots on the hillside. Not where you want to be, especially with other teams starting to mount on the other height priority locations. The high ground, Liquid over to the north and then off to the east. At least some of the members of Ents are starting to position as well.
Yeah, I mean, you love to see it. I mean, a good old-fashioned Picado fight. Maybe we could get 2 teams straight clean. 4v4 will have a punch out down there in the boxing arena, but we're going to be checking out Blaze Esports trying to make their attempt to reach this new circle. They're going to be coming in from the mountains of north. They do still have 4 alive. Also paying attention to the kill feed, like you mentioned. We got Tempest, we got DA, we got FaZe, we got squads on top of squads on top of squads already occupying Picado. And their main objective right now, Esquire, is just to keep everybody else out of Picado, because Picado pretty much the only safe cover right now in this new circle.
Yeah, and it really comes down to how safe do those teams inside of the city want to keep it. Well, they have a good opportunity if they continue to pound out the pressure in a 360-degree angle like they have been doing so far. El Gigante going to be on the move here from their northern location they've been holding on to for the last few minutes, but it's not going to be without pressure being pinned down on their location from the east. Morpheus trying to do his role of the members of Tornado Energy fighting off against the members of the Northern Lights still. All four up to the Northern Lights, but the shots now start to come out. Pyro's able to find one. Down goes a doozy. Down goes Melman as well. A quick two-piece is a great way to at least shore up the northwestern border of phase number 4 right before we see that shift here in about 40 seconds.
Actual clutch play right there. What a nice peek, able to get that kill right there. Northern Lights already with 5 kills to their name, and they're just going to be, you know, making their way on into this new zone on the edge. They don't really have a rush right now. Their main objective, take out Tornado Energy, and there's 2 more members remaining for the squad. They're going to be on the defense, but here comes the motorcycle running them into their dirt example. Smash, brains, guts everywhere right there. And there we go, Northern Lights getting a squad wipe. You love to see it. 70 kills. That's a highlight play.
Yeah, a squad wipe and a highlight play. I was going to say, Dave, is something that they were able to pick up beautifully right there as we see the next shift pop off and come in down to the southeast. We will be going not exactly as hard of a shift as we saw in phase number 4, but it's still going to continue to maintain that devastating effect here on the 4 or 5 northern teams that are outside of the edges of phase number 5. 30 seconds on the clock for these teams to at least try to figure out what that rotation is going to look like. But Blaze is already going to start to at least feel the hurt from all around the area. Blaze hold off the damage from Unity. They've spotted out one of their players and are able to find Set. Down he goes, but with only 2 up for Blaze, they've got to be careful. One other squad starts to move in, and they were able to rather at least spot them out and put up the pressure and make a quick retreat back down to the opposite side of the hillside to get some cover.
Yeah, I mean, Blaze, they do have one Bronco that I can see they can potentially hop in, but it's like, where are they going to go? Where are they going to go? I mean, this terrain, they're probably going to crash into a rock maybe, and you know what? Right behind them, RHA will just clean it up. Those clean it up. They got fun number 5 with all just rushing this. Meanwhile, the blue zone going to be pushing them in their backside. Looks like Riptide, the last remaining member right there, trying to stand their ground, not able to do so.
No, about in the last maybe 30 seconds or so, we had 4 teams drop out. Team Liquid went out in 14th place. So 2 significant teams at least dropping out in the first few positions. Going to be WTSG and Team Liquid, but many more dropped out thereafter. Left with now 11 squads in the lobby, 35 players alive. The 20-minute mark has been met, but the Northern Lights are still trying to push in from that northwestern border of phase number 5. Another squad that lies in their wake is going to be Omican Esports. However, this time they're going to be the squad trying to push in against the very well-held compound that Omican Esports is currently looking into. But the shots come out, and Northern Lights continue, Dave, to just impress the lobby altogether. Viewers and fans of the Northern Lights have to be absolutely ecstatic right now with what they are seeing. They're making quick work of every team here on the northwestern side of phase number 5, and Omican Esports looks like they're just going to be another statistic to add on to the Northern Lights as they continue this campaign of domination.
Yeah, I love how the Northern Lights are using all their smokes right now. They're tossing it in the compound. They're tossing it on the outside of the compound to block the sight lines from Omican, and that allowed them to just get so close to this building. And now, as we see them starting to reach that second floor, trying to take down that last remaining member, cash register from Omican. Knocked down so low. Oh, T-Bone's actually still alive as well, holding the stairs. But here we go. Cash is going to be flashed. I'm actually surprised they didn't opt into vault to that window.
Sometimes you just got to trust it, you know.
Yeah, it flashed again. 2 flashes connecting on the cash right here. Holding this angle in the corner here. Their partner, T-Bone, down on the stairs, and now it's down to Cash.
Perfect. Cash registers able to find one. A 1-for-1 trade right there. But Omican Esports is going to feel the hurt as they get dropped out in 10th place position. Northern Lights are able to pick up their 11th kill of their game. And
I wonder what they can do with this.
Who's not feeling their position will be one of the remaining members of Navi. They lost a lot of their team early on, but now as we check back into them, still have a solo member remaining. A few smokes go out and a lone ditch for Young here, just to try to advance that position to get inside of the safe zone. But with a few HP, is able to get the first aid, try to avoid the blue zone damage, but more importantly, avoid the bullet damage in front of you. Not able to do it. And down he goes. Exalt is able to find one more. Out goes the squad of Na'Vi in 8th place position. 7 teams now remain. We're in placement points, baby.
Yep.
With 27 players alive. A lot to still be gained or picked up here by these teams, but you have to be
Picado for some time here, and that's kind of my concern. We still got DA 4 members alive down there in the south of Picado. They're going to be taking some shots on the face right now, but if they can spot out one of these members from the Northern Lights, it's going to give it away, and you're going to have a ton of sights looking down on you. We are going to see the next circle pop. All these teams, or at least Northern Lights and DA and FaZe, they're going to have to relocate now as they are no longer favored.
This is going to be a pretty deadly fight coming through Picado right now. A few teams going to try to traverse these alleyways and try to keep a little bit of cover in between. About 10 seconds from forcing this action. If it doesn't pop off just yet, but Northern Lights is going to say, no, 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 no. We wait for no zone. And they're already starting to frag down from the arena on top of the members of Tempest.
Got Northern Lights pushing on into Tempest, pretty much utilizing that same plan that they did on Omikin, where they want to toss as many smokes as possible, except for this time around. Looks like these smokes are going to be going not in their favor, because one of the members from Northern Lights ran right through that molly there, burning to death, cooking like a steamy chicken. Not something you like to see here. And then DA going to be popping their heads out here, just trying to get a couple kills under their belt here. Still with those placement points. Let's listen in.
Bunlar bir şey söyleyeceğim. Yanımızdakileri sıkarken şey de yapabiliriz ya. Solumuza girebiliriz.
Nak var burada. Oynamamız lazım hadi.
Evet.
Smash gel. Gelin abi sağdan çık, dışarıdan oynayalım.
Geldik geldik, ben girdim.
Sağdan hiç
Bizlik
yok
tarafı
ama
bize
ya.
sıkıyordu bu arada. Tam
Geldik,
direkt altlarına
alt
girelim.
kata
istiyor.
girdim.
Oraya git.
Öbür evde sesler var. Öbür
Alttaki-
evde
alttaki-
sesler var.
Bekle mi?
Ucumuz
Şimdi-
tek, dikkat edin.
Üst katta
Üst
muhtemelen.
kata çıkalım.
Beraber çık.
Nate.
Nereden geldi ne?
Dışarıdan attı galiba, anlamadım. Mitra beni
Seride.
alabilirsin belki.
Seride.
Mitra.
Burası sağda.
Sürünmen lazım gibi ya.
Şu 4
Seyfe.
numaralı duvarda oynayabiliyoruz gibi sanki.
Smash yok.
Aldım ben.
Evet.
Evin dışında duydum. Evin dışında duydum.
Ha, koyayım.
Dışarıda burada var.
Ben seyirci makinesi.
Man, Tempest really spelled disaster for not just Digital Athletics, but also the Northern Lights. 2 of the teams trying to make their way through Picado. But all that remains is going to be Tempest, who has to quickly worry about what lies over to the east. Out goes many of the members of FaZe, possibly no, they got 2 left alive. It's going to be AT and Fuzzface to try to champion for their squad, but just on the opposite side of the hillside, inside of the dip, is going to be the members of Adept, trying to stay alive. Nate's going to be trying to fish out the presence of this squad, not able to find the damage just yet. They were able to avoid it somehow, some way. The 2 members of FaZe, now with 5 kills to their name, are trying to pick up another 2-piece, but down goes Fuzzface, the third party from Ents. Tixtu with the beautiful shots where the Mini 14 will be ringing true and dropping down and leaving 1 member left to FaZe on their feet. Mark that none as AT gets dropped as well. FaZe Clan out in 5th place position, leaving us with now 3 teams because a few minutes off. But can they do it? Another 4 stack of Tempest with 14 kills. Holy cow, what is going on in this lobby?
Yeah, I mean, Tempest pretty much the only survivors to make it on out of Picado. And like you mentioned, not go in the favor of Tempest. You're going to see the next circle. It's going to be right smack in the middle. So I'm hoping that these teams still have their smokes, because you are going to need them so bad right now.
Just saw our center circle collapse point, what these teams are going to be having to work with this specific terrain. Very unique on this hillside, not a lot of hard cover to get behind. We'll tune in now with Tempest, our current kill leaders left in the lobby, and see how they're going to tackle the likes of Ents. All quiet, some flashes, getting out a few frag grenades as well, and seeing just what they can take care of before the collapse ultimately pushes behind their backside. Tom was able to get up to the next bit to deflate. His teammate Cliv, unfortunately, not able to find the same position. Out goes Tempest, though. A quick peek over the hill by Rustedmar will be eliminating that squad in third place position. Phantom, the solo player of Adept, tries to stay alive, tries to take on the entirety of Ents and claim first place, but it's going to be the 4-stack of Ents that maintains that presence and walks away with a beautiful 19-point chicken dinner.